I'm Ann Murphy, and I'm a proud alum of the class of 1978, and I also have the distinct privilege of being chair of the board of Stevens College. It is with great honor and excitement that I welcome each of you to this momentous occasion and moment in the history of Stevens College. But first, I want to recognize and extend my deepest gratitude to the outstanding members of the President's Search Committee, with a special thank you to Nancy Brown, who co-chaired that, and an even more special ignition to Lita, who made it all work behind the scenes seamlessly. I would ask, please, if you were on the Presidential Search Committee, would you please stand so we can acknowledge you? We wouldn't be here today without them. I also want to thank the Marketing and Communications Department and the Advancement Department, and a special thank you to Stacy Peters, a fellow board member, who have helped us put this event on today. And thank you to Stacy, because our cookies are brought to us by Stacy. So I really want to thank your all's hard work on making that happen. So for over 190 years, Stevens College has been a beacon of excellence, empowering students to meet challenges head-on and to thrive in whatever life brings them and awaits them after they graduate. Today, we continue that proud tradition as we welcome our 25th president, Dr. Shannon Lundine, to Stevens College. She joins us at a pivotal moment following the remarkable tenure of Diane Lynch. For 16 years, our college absolutely flourished under her leadership, her visionary leadership, a tenure defined with a capital I of innovation, of unwavering commitment and steadfast dedication to our core values. We expend our sincere gratitude for her way too many contributions to list today. But as we honor that legacy, we also look ahead with great anticipation. President Lundine brings with her a distinguished academic record, a spirit of innovation, and an inspiring energy. Her absolute commitment to a student-centered culture, access and opportunity, and transformational education aligns perfectly with the mission of Stevens College for the last 190 years. She is not only a leader, but she is a passionate, and that is with an absolute capital P, advocate for nurturing the creative spirit and potential of every student that walks the halls of Stevens and will walk the halls in years to come forward. Under her guidance, we are absolutely confident that Stevens will continue to evolve and thrive, embracing new opportunities, overcoming the challenges with resilience. Her appointment marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter, one that promises a dynamic vision to further enrich our community while upholding a storied tradition of excellence. Shannon, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and of the entire Stevens community, welcome. We are thrilled to embark on this journey with you. So please join me in giving a loud and clear Stevens College welcome to our 25th president. So now we're going to hear from our Dean of the Women's College.
Thank you, Ann, and hello, everybody. It's my pleasure to welcome Dr. Lundine to Stevens College on behalf of the Women's College. Dr. Lundine, at Stevens College, you are going to find an extraordinary group of faculty members dedicated to professional excellence and the education, training, and support of their students. Alongside them, you're going to find engaged, thoughtful, and enthusiastic staff members who are equally dedicated to our mission here. And of course, you're going to find our students, which you have already today in some small measure. I say this to every potential student who visits here, that the classroom at Stevens College is qualitatively different. It's a different kind of place than what you'd find almost anywhere else, and it's better. I don't have time to enumerate all the reasons I know this to be true, but the agents of those reasons are sitting before you today. And they're also manifested in our students, who are not just the effects of those classrooms, but also part of the cause. In other words, this is a pretty cool place to be, and it's made cool by our colleagues and students who share so much in common with you, what we've learned about you. They are curious, they're fearless, they're open, they're kind, they have a willingness to jump in and try new things, to change and take on challenges, to expend real human effort on behalf of others to improve our shared lives. So Dr. Lundine, we are happy to have you and your family with us today, to welcome you to our weird and wonderful ecosystem, and we are looking forward to our tomorrows together too. It is now my great pleasure to be replaced at this podium by Jennifer Hemphill, the Dean of the Conservatory for the Performing Arts.
Thank you, Dr. Bargo. I'm Jen Hemphill, the Dean of the Conservatory. Thank you there. Nice to meet you. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Conservatory, we are thrilled to welcome Dr. Lundine to Stevens College. We're certain that her visionary leadership and dedication to inclusive educational programs aligns perfectly with our mission to provide immersive, career-focused education in the performing arts for artists of all gender identities. The Conservatory community looks forward to collaborating with Dr. Lundine to continue fostering a dynamic and supportive environment for performing arts students. But on a casual note, during the interview process, I learned a couple of things about Dr. Lundine, and the first is that she's a thrifter. And she turned me on to a website called ThreadUp that most of you know because you're way cooler than I am. But I did not know about this website. So I went on, and it is, in fact, as awesome as she told me that it was. But I bring this up because I know so many of you are passionate about thrifting. So if you see Dr. Lundine, pull her aside and give her the scoop on the best places to thrift in Columbia. Yeah? Sound good? And the other thing that I learned just today, this might be a spoiler alert, is that she loves karaoke. So if you're throwing a karaoke party and if you want to thrift, Dr. Lundine is the person that you want to reach out to. So I'm just so thrilled. It is with open arms and open hearts that we welcome Dr. Lundine. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Scott Taylor, Dean of Workforce Development. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome, Dr. Lundine. It was a pleasure to work with you this morning and escort you around. It's such an honor to have you join our Stevens College community. As we continue to grow and evolve, particularly in the areas of workforce development and continuing studies, we are truly excited to have a leader who shares our commitment to providing accessible and innovative learning opportunities that may not be as traditional as you've grown accustomed to. So in workforce development, we have done things just a little different, and it does arch on the side of innovation. One of the aspects of our program that truly stands out is how we blend practical experience with academic excellence, something that aligns with your leadership in education and your passion for inclusion and innovation. I've seen firsthand the transformative impact of a supportive, hands-on learning environment, especially through the initiatives like our Women in Trades program and our career readiness support. With your leadership, I know we will continue to build on the strong, inclusive culture at Stevens. Your vision for collaboration and community is exactly what will help us continue to thrive, and we're thrilled to have you with us for this exciting journey ahead. Welcome aboard. And now I'll introduce our student government president, Kate Stevens.
And on behalf of the students, welcome Dr. Lundine. We're happy to have you here. So from the very start, it has been clear that your heart is with the students. She embodies what it means to be a Stevens student, bold, independent, and authentic. Your passion for student success is evident in everything you do. Stevens is a place where creativity, individuality, and leadership is celebrated. And your dedication to fostering an inclusive, empowering environment perfectly aligns with our mission. Your leadership will leave a lasting impact on our community, inspiring students to embrace challenges and reach their fullest potential. We're excited to see your vision and energy, and we are looking forward to all that we will accomplish together. Welcome to Stevens, and I would now like to welcome President Diane Lynch to the podium.
Isn't this fun? It's so fun. It's so fun to see the family down in front, especially Phoenix, who is the youngest and he's like this. Sorry, Phoenix. So it's my honor and privilege to introduce you to the next president of Stevens College. Most introductions like this one would focus on a long list of achievements and accolades. But you know us, we don't do things the way everybody else does them. And besides, you can read Dr. Lundine's very impressive biography on the back of your program, I think. And I trust most of you have already done all of your research on social media. So I think we're good to go in that arena. Instead, I want to introduce her to you in the context of Stevens, us. We are her new community, lucky her, with all of our traditions, rituals, and ideals. We have Crossing of the Bridge. You don't have to take notes, you'll find out all this stuff. We have Crossing of the Bridge, which welcomes new students into our community and sends them off into the world after graduation. Some of you are about ready to do that. We have Midnight Breakfast, and I think the drag show has become a tradition as well. Sometimes the most important thing a college president can do, especially at that time of the semester, is to serve eggs and pancakes and more bacon than anybody should ever eat. That's me, I do the bacon. And we have Convocation, when we celebrate the core of our mission, the academic success of our students, and the faculty who dedicate their life's work to that. And we have the 10 ideals, some of whom are in this room, but you don't know that. The 10 values and qualities that define who we are. Anybody name them? Yes. That's one. Responsibility, leadership, belief, sensitivity. Did you say love? Okay, so now we have 11 ideals. Okay, sorry. Belief, courage, creativity, independence, intelligence, leadership, respect, responsibility, sensitivity, and support. Do it alphabetically. It makes it so much easier. Every spring, as you know, the current 10 chooses the next year's 10. Students they believe best embody our ideals. What you may not know is that the induction into the historic society of the 10 is steeped in tradition. A late night summons, honored rituals, symbolic gifts passed from one generation to the next. There could be black robes and blindfolds. It's a ritual. It's also a powerful reminder that leadership is an expression of the collective, always situated within the values and aspirations of the community it serves, and that those ideals evolve from one leader and one generation to the next one. And that is exactly what we are doing here today. When I got to Stevens, one of the things that I cherished most is that I received a book from the children's school. Here it is, Stevens College Presidents. I know, could it be cuter? Wait till you see this. They're sharing their perspective on what a president is, and of course, by extension, what a president is not. These are children, no filters. It is a wise and insightful instruction manual written by our youngest students on how to be the best president at Stevens College. It was and is one of the most inspiring gifts of my entire career. I can't tell you how many times I would go in my office when there was some crisis or another of some sort, not that we ever have any of those, and I would take this book out and I would just laugh. Like, some of the pictures in here are hilarious. And I would think, this is Stevens, and we're going to be great. It informed my understanding of Stevens' presidential ideals, and I'm going to share a few of them with you today. Okay. A president must be curious, fair. A president must be careful. Okay. A president must be resourceful. A president must be positive. Positive, right? Like, yeah, everything's awesome all the time. How are you? I'm great. Most of the time. A president must be brave. That is true. A president must be flexible. Perhaps not physically, but certainly intellectually. A president must be fair. A president must be generous. Kids did this, right? You got this? This is like, nailed it. A president must be caring. A president must be uplifting. There's a hilarious picture of my predecessor in here. Just saying. And a president must be daring. Daring, right? So, and then those statements of fact are scattered through a portrait gallery that these children drew of all of the presidents at Stevens College from the beginning until today. And they are, seriously, they look like, some of them look like Salvador Dali. Or, maybe Picasso in his Cubism period. But, wait, I have to find it, just a sec. And then there's me, who looks just like Harry Potter in an astronaut outfit. Yes, right? I always wanted to be an astronaut. This is as close as I'm ever going to get. And in my big screen, my favorite, I have this framed in my office. And right here in the front, it says, "Hello, I'm Lynch." Okay. And my timeline says, 2009 until the end of time. Which was hilarious. But when you're 5, like 2009 to 2025 definitely seems like the end of time, right? So today is actually about the beginning of another time, a new era, as we've said, and an exciting and inspiring pivotal moment in our long and esteemed history, which is why today, in honor of the 10 ideals and their tradition of passing on the wisdom, the artifacts, the icons of their time from one generation to the next, I am passing this book on to Dr. Lundine. You will note that that's a big gift. Let me just tell you what. I was like, I'm going to give I thought about it and I was like, no, I can't. I will. I can't. I will. I am. Because you know what? That's what this does. This connects one president to the next. And you'll notice that it's bound, like it's spiral bound, which means it's ready to take more presidents with bizarre pictures about them until the end of time. And so I am sure the children's school will be more than happy to come up with you as who knows what, but probably not an astronaut looking like Harry Potter, I think. I'm delighted to do this because this is about our aspirations and our best hopes and dreams for leadership at Stevens College, what a president should be and do. And I know Shannon well enough. I interviewed all of the not all of them, the final candidates, and they were all amazing. We were so fortunate, and thank you so much to the committee that brought all of them to campus. But I talked to her for 10 minutes, and I was like, this is the one. We got her. This is the one. She laughs. She tells jokes. I didn't know she did karaoke, but it fits. It just makes perfect sense. Didn't she just win? Did you just win in your class? Pictionary?
No, I want a Pictionary, yeah.
She drew bacon. Yes. I am positive that she will live up to the highest aspirations expressed by our wisest members of the community, who happen to be 7 or 5. Shannon is a scholar, a philosopher, an educator, an organizer. She laughs really easily. I mean, you might think it's because you're funny. Maybe it is, but she just laughs easily. She reads the fine print. and she asks the kinds of questions that make you think and then think again. She is so student-centered, fiercely committed to empowering women, and an advocate for those who cannot advocate for themselves. I've heard now she's a singer of a particular type. Karaoke, you got this. She rides horses. Yes, right? Yes? I, on the other hand, was the president who walked down the middle of the barn, like on both, so the horses couldn't reach me on either side, going, hello, hello. So now we have a rider, a traveler, and most important, she is the devoted mother of 3 amazing boys. Oops. In 3 short months, she will also be your president, one who embodies the very best of our history, our values, and our future. I could not be happier and prouder to introduce to you and to have you join me in welcoming Dr. Shannon Lundine, the 25th president of Stevens College. And now I want you to give it up for her as loudly as you can. My pleasure. Wait. Okay, wait, here we are. Is that you?
Thank you, everyone, for that incredibly warm, loud, and very clear welcome. This one in the front row has been making faces at all of us in a good way, encouraging us to laugh even more easily than we would otherwise laugh. So, Phoenix, thank you for being the bright light for so many of us up here. And thank you, President Lynch. Good afternoon, Stevens College community. It is so wonderful to be here. To the students, faculty, to the staff, to the trustees, alumni, and the friends who are joining us from across the country, thank you for welcoming me with open arms. It's an incredible honor to stand before you today as the 25th president of Stevens. Before I say anything else, I really want to take a moment to honor the extraordinary leadership of Dr. Diane Lynch. For the past 16 years, Dr. Lynch has had funny pictures drawn of her. I've heard of more than one, not just one in that book. That's a rumor, though. I haven't seen it yet. She has been a visionary leader, a steadfast champion of this institution, and a driving force behind some of the most transformative changes in Stevens history. Under her leadership, Stevens has not only remained true to its mission, but has flourished. She recently secured the largest gift in the college's history, expanded academic offerings in groundbreaking ways, establishing the School of Health Sciences and launching new programs in nursing, physician assistant studies, and animal behavior. She led the creation of the Conservatory for the Performing Arts, a program that has positioned Stevens as a national leader in training the next generation of artists. And yes, I know you are well represented here today. I heard you. I see you. Dr. Lynch has also been a tireless advocate for strengthening Stevens' campus environment. She transformed Sampson Hall into a cutting-edge facility for health sciences, reimagined the Okoboji Summer Theater into an artist's village, and led significant renovations across campus, ensuring that Stevens continues to be a place where students can learn, create, and thrive. Beyond her work on campus, she's been a vital part of the Columbia community, serving on boards, building partnerships, and earning recognition for her contributions to education and to civic life. Her leadership has been bold, it has been innovative, as Ann said earlier, with a capital I, and it has been deeply committed to the students and to the mission of Stevens College. Dr. Lynch, thank you for your vision, for your dedication, and for your unwavering belief in the power of a Stevens education. It is an honor to follow in your red-shoed footsteps. Thank you. I can't believe they left the red shoes out. I guess nobody was drawing in color. It seemed like all pencil. I feel like they should be drawn. Yeah. They kind of missed a significant part. We'll get back to that. Yeah. So since 1833, as many of you well know, Stevens has been a beacon of women's education, a place where bold thinkers, fearless leaders, and creative visionaries have flourished. Stevens College proudly stands at the intersection of tradition and innovation. As an undergraduate women's college, it remains deeply committed to empowering young women to become leaders and change makers. At the same time, the Conservatory for the Performing Arts welcomes artists of all genders, preparing them for success in theater, in television, and film. The 99-year-old Children's School, along with Stevens' expanding workforce education programs and graduate programs in the creative arts and health sciences, reflects the college's deeply rooted commitment to inclusive, student-centered learning. The principles that have long defined Stevens as a pioneering women's college, access, empowerment, and academic excellence, extend across all of its programs, shaping an educational experience that serves and uplifts learners of all backgrounds and life stages. This distinctive combination, a steadfast dedication to women's undergraduate education, alongside gender-inclusive programs in the performing arts, professional fields, and graduate studies, demonstrates that Stevens, its mission is not just about who we educate, but how we educate. Across every program, Stevens fosters an environment where all students can thrive, lead, and create impact in their chosen fields. And this uniquely positions Stevens College as a leader in higher education, blending history with forward-thinking innovation. Stevens isn't just preserving tradition, it's reimagining it for the future. So you may wonder what drew me to Stevens. Today, I'm joined by key members of my family. I see you giving me faces. This one, he's going to be the class clown, I think. All of them will soon be relocating here to Columbia from the Denver area with me. When news of my appointment as the next president of Stevens broke, many people, especially those unfamiliar with Columbia and with Stevens, asked why I would move my family from Denver to Missouri. In fact, I got that very question at the press conference earlier today. They understood that leading a college is a significant responsibility, and for many leaders in higher education, it represents the pinnacle of one's career. But still they asked, Missouri, when you live in Colorado? And you know, even if you're from Missouri, and absolutely adore it, and it holds a special place in your heart, a place you may call home, you probably still understand why, at first glance, some might assume that Colorado, with its majestic Rocky Mountain range, seems like the cooler place to be. But here's the thing. The Rocky Mountain range doesn't have Stevens College. From the moment I learned about Stevens College and this incredible leadership opportunity, I felt an undeniable magnetic pull. Something I just simply couldn't ignore. As I read the search profile for the presidency and immersed myself in everything that I could find out about Stevens, I just kept experiencing these moments of awe. Stevens isn't just historic, it's dynamic. It's the second oldest women's college in the country and yet constantly evolving, launching bold and innovative programs that set it apart. So this is me as I'm reading, right? And you have to remember, or you have to know, I had not heard of Stevens when somebody brought this opportunity to me and said, this would be an amazing match. You should really check this out. So I start reading on the website. I start reading materials that were sent to me. A women in trades program, a children's laboratory school, a renowned equestrian program, a wraparound living learning community for women veterans completing their degrees, a top-tier fashion design program, a highly competitive conservatory for the performing arts, a Master of Physician Assistant Studies program, a nursing program, a STEM research initiative for first-year undergraduates, a block schedule that allows for deep and immersive learning, and of course, the most pet-friendly campus, not in the country, the universe. I mean, the more I discovered, the more those goosebumps spread. Stevens is not just a college. It is a place of possibility, of innovation, and as many of you know, of transformation. And I knew without a doubt that I wanted to be a part of its future. Whether or not they were going to have me, I still wanted to be a part, right? I wanted to spread the word about Stevens. That initial spark has only grown stronger through every interaction that I've had with members of the Stevens community, confirming what I felt in the beginning. Stevens College isn't just an institution that I want to lead, it is a community that I feel called to serve. That's why my mom, sitting in the front row, Judy, my partner John, my amazing kids, Paxton, Harlan, and Phoenix, are also excited about joining the Stevens community. And while we haven't told her directly, We have no doubt that Brisby, our 4-year-old Aussie Doodle, will be thrilled to make new 4-legged friends on this very pet-friendly campus. So you may be wondering, why do all the things that make this place so magical give me goosebumps? What is it about Stevens that resonates so deeply with me? At its core, Stevens has always been about expanding access to education, breaking down barriers and opening doors for those who have been historically excluded. Stevens' commitment to educational accessibility is deeply aligned with my personal and professional values. For nearly 20 years, I have worked to create more inclusive educational spaces, whether that be in the classroom, in student programs, or sitting around the policy table. My focus has always been on removing obstacles and challenging those restrictive practices that would otherwise limit higher education to an elite few. My leadership roles at HERS, at Elon University, Case Western Reserve University, and the University of Pennsylvania have given me extensive experience in building multi-institutional collaborations, enhancing student outcomes, and cultivating diverse, engaged communities of learners and leaders. As a philosopher specializing in social political philosophy and ethics, I am driven by a fundamental belief that education is one of the most powerful tools for creating a more just and equitable world. That belief is reflected in Stevens' 10 ideals, ideals that affirm not just academic excellence, but courage, independence, and service. I believe that if we are truly to deliver on the promise of higher education, we must champion Stevens' legacy while actively shaping its future. That means continuing to expand opportunities, continuing to remove barriers, and embracing innovative approaches to learning. Recognizing the transformative power of a women's college, I understand that Stevens is more than just a place for women. It is a community built on the principles of access, excellence, and inclusion. The education and empowerment at the heart of a women's college extend beyond its undergraduate programs, shaping all of Stevens' offerings. Whether in our gender-inclusive graduate programs, professional pathways, or the Conservatory for the Performing Arts, the values that have long defined Stevens, bold leadership, access to opportunity, and an unwavering commitment to student success, remain at the core of everything we do. My experiences leading a gender studies program, directing a comprehensive campus women's center, and serving as a chief program and operations officer for a national organization dedicated to advancing women and gender diverse leaders in higher education have shown me the profound impact of spaces designed to empower those who have been told to be quiet, who have been told that higher learning is out of their reach, who have been told that they do not deserve support, nor do they deserve to have success. Stevens is one of those spaces. It is a place where students develop their confidence and their ability to lead so that their voices are unapologetically loud and clear. I know the strengths that I will bring to this role, not just karaoke or thrifting. Thank you, Jen, thank you. I mean, those are number one, obviously. Yeah. But I will be a champion for Stevens' mission and values, an ambassador for its purpose, and a collaborative innovator as we explore new programs, industry partnerships, and pathways for growth. My experience in fundraising and friend-raising, my commitment to holistic and inclusive education, and my deep knowledge of women's leadership all position me to serve this community well. In my current role as Vice President of Programs and Operations at HERS, my professional network has expanded exponentially. I've worked closely with sitting college and university presidents, also retired ones, soon to be retired, a few more months. National Higher Education Association leaders, foundation officers, donors, researchers and thought leaders, policy advocates, and change agents from a diverse range of institutions across the country. These relationships have given me a 360-degree view of the evolving higher education landscape and a wealth of perspectives, resources, and collaborators who are deeply committed to seeing institutions like Stevens thrive. As I step into the presidency, this network will be one of Stevens' greatest assets, whether it's identifying new funding sources, bringing thought leaders to campus, exploring innovative academic and co-curricular programs, strengthening industry and community partnerships, or navigating challenges with insight from those who have faced similar moments of institutional and socio-political change. I will actively draw on these connections to strengthen and support Stevens because leadership is never a solitary endeavor. The strongest institutions embrace collaboration and tap into the collective wisdom of a broader community. My commitment is to leverage these relationships in ways that directly benefit Stevens, expanding opportunities for students, faculty, and staff, ensuring that we remain at the forefront of high-impact experiential learning, positioning the college for long-term sustainability and success. We're in a critical moment in higher education. I'm ready to bring the full strength of my experience, my leadership, and my network to bear in leading Stevens forward. At my core, I believe that leadership is not about standing above, it is about standing alongside. My leadership philosophy is collaborative, transparent, student-centered, and deeply committed to fostering opportunity for all. I strive to create an environment where everyone, students, faculty, staff, and alumni, feel heard, valued, and invited to contribute to the success of Stevens College. A great leader is first and foremost a great listener. I am committed to listening and to learning from all members of our community, understanding your experiences, and working together to build a shared vision for the future. Transparency and trust are essential to that process, and I will always lead with openness and integrity. At the heart of my leadership is a firm commitment to creating a culture of inclusion, belonging, and opportunity. That means ensuring that resources and support are directed where they are needed most, so that every student, regardless of background, has the chance to thrive. It means fostering a campus where diverse voices are not just welcomed, but truly embraced, and where every member of our community, staff, faculty, and students, has the tools they need to reach their full potential. Together, we will honor the legacy of Stevens College while boldly shaping its future, one that is strong, sustainable, and filled with possibility. So Stevens College, we know, has thrived for nearly 2 centuries because of the people who believe in its mission, its dedicated trustees, its fiercely loyal alumni, and its many champions who have carried its legacy forward, staff, faculty, and students. Each of you has played a role in shaping this institution, ensuring that generations of students have access to transformative education. As we look to the future, your involvement is more important than ever. Trustees, your leadership and stewardship will be critical as we navigate the evolving landscape of higher education. And alums who are in the room and who are elsewhere across the country watching this broadcast right now, you are living proof of what a Stevens education makes possible. Your stories, your mentorship, and your investment, whether through time, talent, or resources, will be essential in strengthening our programs, expanding opportunities for students, and ensuring that Stevens continues to soar. My presidency is not just about my leadership. It is about our leadership. Together, we will honor Stevens' legacy while embracing that big I, capital I innovation, ensuring that Stevens continues to empower students to lead, create, and break barriers. I invite you to join me in this work, to be engaged, to lend your voice, and to help us write the next chapter of Stevens' remarkable story. Higher education is undergoing profound shifts, and institutions like Stevens must evolve to meet new challenges and opportunities. I am honored and excited to step into the role of president at Stevens College at this pivotal moment, one that calls all of us to draw strength from our storied past while boldly shaping our future. For generations, Stevens graduates have defied expectations, broken barriers, and led with courage, and now together we have the opportunity to build on that legacy. I'm eager to work alongside our dedicated faculty, staff, students, and alumni to build on this strong foundation, to reach ever greater heights. This is our moment to honor what has made Stevens extraordinary while forging new pathways for the students of tomorrow. My commitment is to honor and sustain the college's mission while ensuring that we adapt in ways that strengthen our academic programs, enhance the student experience, and secure the financial future of the institution. We will do this by fostering everything from expanding enrollment to thinking about new ways to shape academic programs, new ways to serve our surrounding community, cultivating new friends and funds, and being thoughtful stewards of our resources, always keeping students at the center of our decisions. Stevens College has a remarkable history of resilience, creativity, and leadership. Together, we will carry this institution forward in ways that are both true to its mission and responsive to the changing world. I look forward to engaging with all of you, our students, faculty, staff, trustees, alumni, and our exciting community partners who are going to be critical as we chart the path ahead for Stevens College. Thank you all for welcoming me today. I can't wait to get started on June 1st. Thank you.
Well, are we excited? Are we excited? Okay. Piece of advice, never be the last speaker. Not only do you have to try and follow an outstanding lineup here, but I know I'm the only thing standing between us and cookies right now. So I'm going to be very quick. I do want to thank all of you for being here with us today to share this exciting event. I want to thank Dr. Lundine and her family who have traveled to be with us today. Thank you so much. We're very excited, if you hadn't noticed. Very excited. I want to thank our phenomenal deans for their words of inspiration. And I also want to take a special minute to thank Dr. Lynch for 16 years of dedication, for stewardship, for friendship, for everything the 10 ideals stand for. Thank you very much. I need to also thank Ann Murphy, our chair of trustees, who led the search and to this wonderful outcome that we have, and made sure that we all stayed in line in our meetings, which we weren't always able to without being guided. So I also want to thank, well, I'll stop there. But I'm going to, I need to say a special thank you to Shannon Wells, who's not with us today, but she's been on vacation, and instead of enjoying the sun in Mexico, she's been on the phone making sure every detail of today went off without a hitch. So we owe a special thanks to Shannon for that. And now, no gathering of Stevens College would be complete unless we honor our institution by singing our Stevens hymn. And so I would like to invite to the podium Chloe and Vera, I know. Now, she made me look like an idiot, didn't she?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If they would please come forward and lead us in the Stevens hymn. They are twins. They are from the Conservatory, and they are graduating in May, and we're so thrilled. Okay, now everybody has to stand up. Anything else?
Stevens, our Stevens, hail to thee. We'll praise thy name through all eternity. Thy 10 ideals will live so you can see that dear, dear old Stevens, we hail to thee. Treasuring memories ever dear, singing your praise for everyone to hear. Living ideals for all the world to see, that dear, dear old Stevens, we hail to thee.
Okay, now it's cookie time. And our 25th president is going to be standing over here by the Learn, Grow, Lead sign for you all to come up and shake her hand and get an introduction. So if we could do that, if we could have Dr. Lundine go first.
Go. All good. Done.